Chapter 8 Excellent Acting Skills. Xue Fanxin was famous for doting on his granddaughter. Even if Xue Fanxin wanted the moon, he would do his best to pluck it for her. Hence, when Xue Fanxin said that she wanted Yitian and Li Yaoyao to get married, Xue Fanxin immediately agreed. Alright, let Yitian and Li Yaoyao get married as soon as possible. We need some fun in the Duke's estate. Lord Duke, are you really willing to betroth Yaoyao to me? Yitian asked agitatedly, sounding a little anxious. What he was worried about was not Xue Fanxin, but Xue Fanxin. He was afraid that she would suddenly change her mind. Xue Fanxin doted on Xue Fanxin so much. Once she changed her mind, everything would go back to zero. Everyone knows that you and Yaoyao are in love. Since little Xiner is no longer infatuated with you, I'll let you to live happily. I'll betroth Yaoyao to you now and let you to choose a date to get married and bring some excitement to this estate. Xue Fanxin was in a good mood, and his memory was bad. Coupled with the fact that Xue Fanxin was sitting safely by his side, he had actually forgotten about how Li Yaoyao had pushed Xue Fanxin off a cliff. Li Yaoyao happened to be outside the door at this moment and heard everything Xue Fanxin said clearly. Her heart was suddenly filled with panic. In a moment of desperation, she didn't care too much and quickly walked into the hall. She said agitatedly, "No, I don't agree." She, Li Yaoyao, was qualified to marry into the royal family or someone of a higher status. She would never marry the penniless Yitian. If she really married him, her life would be over. Hence, she would not agree to this marriage no matter what. Li Yaoyao rejecting this marriage made Yitian feel hurt. He asked sadly, "Yaoyao, are you unwilling to marry me?" Back then, she had said that she liked him too, and was willing to marry him. It was only because Xue Fanxin was in the middle that she had no choice but to give up on him. Now that Xue Fanxin no longer wanted to pester him, the Duke was willing to fulfill their wishes, but she was still unwilling to marry him. Why? Li Yaoyao was too panicked and anxious just now, so she did not notice her actions and words. Finally reacting, she realized that she had done something wrong and quickly thought of a way to salvage the situation. "Yitian, cousin Fanxin likes you. How can I snatch the person she likes? I can't be so selfish, so I'm sorry." Hearing Li Yaoyao's explanation, Yitian came to a realization and hurriedly explained, "Yaoyao, don't worry. Miss Fanxin has already agreed to fulfill our wishes. She said that she no longer likes me. You don't have to worry anymore." "How is that possible? Cousin must be sacrificing herself to fulfill our wishes. How can we be so selfish?" "Absolutely not. It's not like that. Miss Fanxin is really willing to give us her blessings." "Yitian, let's not deceive ourselves, okay?" Li Yaoyao clearly didn't want to marry Yitian, but she pretended she was acting out of selflessness. Her acting was quite realistic and superb. She was worthy of an Oscar. Xue Fanxin hated these white lotuses the most because Pei Zhongyang was exactly this type of woman. She saw Pei Zhongxiang's shadow in Li Yaoyao. How could she let go of this woman who had caused the original host to fall off a cliff and die? "Cousin, if you're unwilling to marry Yitian, you'll have nowhere to go when you leave the Duke's estate. I advise you to consider carefully whether you want to marry him or not." "Cousin, what are you talking about? Why would I leave the Duke's estate?" Li Yaoyao started to panic again. She was even more anxious than when she heard that Xue Fanxin wanted to marry her to Yitian. For some reason, the Xue Fanxin sitting in front of her gave her an uneasy feeling, as if she were a judge about to sentence her. No, she couldn't panic. The more she panicked, the less she could do. No matter what Xue Fanxin was planning, she would be able to deal with it. There was no need to be nervous or afraid.